on this whole thing, and I still own quite a bit of Bitcoin and Ethereum. But I'm waiting for the price to come down before I buy more, take another position in both Bitcoin and wouldn't you say, Jeff, wouldn't you say it's nothing, the same as real estate? Everybody's jumping into real estate right now. You got to be crazy. Why would you buy at an all-time high? I'm not talking about real estate specifically. So why is Bitcoin in a bear market?
It's funny. Crypto over the years has gotten closer and closer to being extremely correlated with the stock market, and particularly growth stocks. So if you look at NASDAQ, it's down 21% year to date. Bitcoin's actually outperformed that. It's only down 17% year to date. Although if you look at like S&P 500, it's actually not outperforming that. It's only down 13%, right? So even though stock markets and crypto are in a bear market, you can see crypto is very tightly correlated with the tech stocks.
Correct. And I don't know anything about it, so that's why thank you for writing the Rich Dad Crypto newsletter. The other question I have as a guy who knows nothing about this field, except I have a lot of money in it. How come there's so many thousands of cryptos?
One thing that's happening over the past 2 years is a rebranding of crypto. So instead of thinking of it as just a form of currency, people are thinking of it as a platform to create apps, to run different membership like companies on even. And that whole umbrella is called Web3. So if you think about Web2 is kind of like you can interact with the website, right? Web3 is like the platform is public and anybody can develop on it and anybody can interact with it. So think of it, all these cryptocurrencies as representations of like a public computer that people can go and visit and carry themselves and their identities to each of these different public computers. So it's a little bit high level, but I'll stop there.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of what we call the dotcom era. Back around 2000, everybody had a dot-com company. It was just this .com and that .com, and everybody was chasing these .com companies, and it all came crashing down. So do you think that's going to happen to all these new crypto coins or whatever they are?
I think crypto will continue to remain correlated with growth stocks, but there are so many funds being raised and so many billions of dollars waiting on the sidelines to fund innovation in the space. So if you bring enough smart people and you bring enough money to any category, you're going to see some really good things come out of it. And obviously the hard part is keeping up to date with the rapidly changing environment. I mean, over the last year, we've seen like 3 bull and bear market cycles with different innovations coming out and then kind of fading back. But there are a lot of promising things that have come out that are actually actively being used. And the big difference this time is there is a connection to the real world. So there's 2 things that are something I want to talk about. One is the off-ramps and on-ramps. So actually using the crypto you use, right, to swipe a card to earn interest on it. You can, like, for example, borrow money against getting a car loan, then depositing it into crypto, earning an interest rate on a stable coin, and then getting a free car, essentially, because the rate of return of the interest is greater than the monthly payments you need for the car. So these are things that you teach, but in different formats. You buy a home, you get rental income, and eventually you pay off the home, right? So these are like things that are happening in the real world are getting digital representations on in crypto, and that's called DeFi, or decentralized finance.
I understand, but the question was how many will survive in the next 10 years? Will all the coins survive?
No, 99% of the coins will probably be worthless, right? So there are very few coins that are actually building real assets and real value and actual product market fit. But all the other coins are just cash grabs, right? They're just copies and clones of each other. So it's very important to know which coins are the real life, like trying to do something for the world coins, and what are the projects that are just there just to make money.
Sounds like a lot of con job to me.
I think one thing to know is anytime you have a new technology and a lot of opportunity, you're going to see a gold rush. No pun intended to what you just said, but a lot of people are going to rush in. They're going to create something that may or may not work, and people are going to speculate. So what's happening right now is there's a ton of money just coming in as speculation. You see the Gen Z people just like see other people get rich and they want to dive in too, right? They see like Dogecoin go up and like, oh my gosh, I got to get it. It's going to go to the moon. But that's not driven by actual technology or actual product like market fit or actual value, right, in the real world. So that's the hard part is figuring out where the value comes and where the product market fit is versus how can I make money on it, right? Because if you focus on what value it brings to the world, then that's the difference.
Again, what can you tell me that's going on with crypto? Because, you know, for full disclosure, I have, to me, it's considerable, but I had to buy it at 6,000, and then the next lot I bought was around 9,000. And I had to wait from it. I think it hit 20,000 at one time. Then it retraced down to like 1,000. And I had to watch to see if it was going to rebound. Basically, I traded it. And today it's coming down from I don't know what, but I'm going to get ready to start buying again, but it has to go a little bit lower. So everybody says crypto is in a bear market or Bitcoin is in a bear market, but so is the stock market and so is the bond market. So I'm an old guy. How would I start?
Well, I mean, this is why we have Rich Dad Crypto.
Yeah, there's a guy named Meyer Amschel Rothschild who said, I care not who makes the rules, just let me control the money. So since I was a little kid at 9 years old studying money, I realized the only people that control money are governments, tyrants, and despots. And so that's the Federal Reserve Bank and the U.S. Treasury. And one of the reasons I have gold and silver and Bitcoin is because I don't trust the government, I don't trust the Fed, I don't trust the Treasury. So my question is, how long do you think, are you trying to say that the government will never be able to stop Bitcoin?
The government will never be able to stop Bitcoin. They can only control the conversions to USD.
Until I convert to dollars, but as long as I stay outside the U.S. criminal system, I'm okay.
Yes, and you know what's crazy is a lot of these new projects coming out this year are designed to be completely disconnected from any banks. So you can live your life completely without banks. The moment you transact in crypto, it stays in crypto.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting time. It's like I said, only people, tyrants, despots, and governments. And one of the reasons I don't have any stocks is I don't trust the stock market, which is the investment banking system. So I'd rather invest in my own stocks per se.